Alright, Miss Susan, shipmate, this is what you see when you walk through this door behind me. This is my playroom, my orchid room, and I like ferns. There's a staghorn, and over here is what this cage, let's see if I can zoom this out. Yeah, this here, it's a piece of wire, and I turned it into a column, I guess, and I was hanging plants on there. That seems to be where the plants are not doing too well with bugs. I put over here into treat, and this is a staghorn here that I like I said, I enjoy staghorns, and this plant here that goes all the way up. This is a vanilla bean. This is an orchid, and this is one plant that unfortunately I can't take outside because you can see some of the runners fixing itself to the side of the house. This is a heater, and the heater is going right now because it's golden heck down here, but it's probably freezing up there where you are. This is my workbench. As you can see, I have bins down here with different potting soil, cedar chips that I use, peat moss, and I've been having some fun, and I'll show you in a minute. You can see little pebble stones down there, river stones, and over here is just the catch-all corner. There's some large ferns that I bought years ago that just didn't really need them. The one in front, this is a plumeria here from Hawaii. And this piece of wood down here is that I hope to mount some orchids to it eventually. And I thought that would be cool. I have one over, I'll show you in a minute. Down there, just some scrap pots and plants that didn't survive. Up here is what you can call it a flask. Some of the orchid places, nurseries, they'll have plants, they plant and seed in their flasks, maybe 40 or 50 seeds, and where I buy my orchids, they gave me this flask, and it had about 40 plants in there, and some of them passed on because one thing or another, but you can see some of them are doing pretty good, and need to take care of those. I take care of them, water them, but that's potted in cedar bark that you can buy in the garden or a garden center, and perlite. And there's some plants in here I've just been playing around with, some making it, some not. This is what I've been doing with the little river stones. My sprinkler system just kicked on over here, so it's raining inside, so I don't think that we were going to be able to go over there. We may have to pick up on this later on, maybe make it segment 2. But I've been having fun with this, Susan. I don't know why and how, if it's going to work, but little river stones in a clear pot, and I wanted pots that were not ribbed, and that way you can enjoy the fun seeing the roots growing in there. So I have some different types of orchids over there. I can't recall the name of them right now. It'll come to me. It's a dove orchid. Those two in the back. I bought them for my wife. And there's, I don't know this plant up here, but it has got a beautiful flower. And it was given to me, and then I took that's a cutting from this plant that's way up over here that just seems to be going crazy. Long stem. And I also have some potatoes down here that I'm getting ready to plant, and there's some more orchids over there that are not being rained on right now because most of the ones that are rained on are bare rooted, so the orchid roots have an opportunity to dry out, where in pots like this, that's where most people wind up killing them, myself included, until I learned the lesson that overwatering orchids are the easiest way to kill them. And I have some amaryllis over there that I've not really cared well for, a couple of years old. This large plant here in front, that is a ginger plant. So Dorothy and some of her students were from India, and so I dug up a bunch of ginger roots and gave them to her to give to her students. Another fern. Here's my favorite plant. That is the bird of paradise. That plant, Susan, I bought when I retired from the Navy, and keep in mind I retired from the Navy in 1986. That plant has never bloomed for me. Obviously it's human error. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but when it blooms I shall send an announcement to the world. That is my favorite flower. Up here, as the sun's coming up, and I wanted to start earlier, you can see an assortment of Christmas cactuses in this little section here that I have. And you can see here some more ferns, and I have some ferns up here that are mounted. I like to mount plants. There's some more ferns down there, but what we're going to have to do is cut this until later, until after this rainfall stops. As you can see, the rain coming down, or the water from the sprinkler system. It's only this one unit that I have, as you can see up top, and even this area here. The reason I had that blue foam on it, this welded wire in the door, I wrapped my shoulder on it a few times, but you can see that I have sprinkler system up top there, and even on the third run, that'll take it all the way over to the other area over that section. So I could water this place regularly if I wanted to, or if I get time to do it. But it's one of the things, you can see some of the controller units up there, and all this is on well water, and then there's the filter. But I just don't have the time to really get it the way I want to do it. So alright, we'll catch up later on as we walk down this row here, just showing what's going on, and that's when I usually look for bugs. So alright, we'll check in with you later. Alright, bye-bye.